Hi guys, today I'm going to take you through a little case study. We get a lot of interest in these before and afters, so I've gotten into this routine of just before a site launch, we're in the pre-launch phase, doing a bit of a side-by-side comparison of old versus new sites. So today we're looking at Geelong Flower Farm, which will be going live in a few hours. We've collaborated with a designer, Ross Stanton, who's sort of rejigged the look and feel for Geelong Flower Farm, and now the old site is really out of kilter with where they are now. So yeah, we've been doing mainly just the production side, and Ross has been the creative lead on this project, which has been a nice change. So this is the current site. I'll walk you through a few problems. We've got this black bar at the top. Not sure what's happening there. Things are a little bit broken as you go. You can see how small the logo goes. This follow us section is just a bit nothing. A little summary of that's not too bad. We've got this huge section here with a tiny get in touch button here. Instagram and Facebook streams aren't working, so there's a little bit of clunkiness. Looks like it started on the right track, but I think over time it's just sort of broken. The new homepage is here. Ross has done this nice soft, almost pastel-y look on the new site. We've got these custom dividers here that just shows the foliage. The uniqueness of the Geelong Flower Farm is it's an actual farm, and you can buy straight from the farm. And there is also a shop. There's a cafe called Fork and Flower, which is not the same business, so it's important to sort of distinguish that on the front page. This is sort of a different phone number. You can link off to Instagram. It shows you a bit of a preview there, and you've got this nice white, black and pink colorway going throughout the whole site. So that's sort of the new homepage. And all these photos can be updated really quickly to change the look and feel as we go. Now on the shop front on the old site, we've got showing lots of categories here. Some categories have got nothing in them. Lots of white space, and then the controls are tiny. It's just very hard to make sense of from usability. I'm guessing quite a lot of people can't actually see these buttons, like the add to cart button here. It's very bland, sort of straight out of the box type of shop page. Whereas we switch to our new page, and we've got this colorway going through each vertical. So when you're in anything to do with a shop, it clicks into this nice pistachio green colorway. That's links to the categories, and we've got these custom card tile looks that fits in with the new colour scheme, which is looking a little bit tidier, as you can see. Now when you go to an actual wow, you get this huge loading thing when the site's loading, and it essentially filters the results, whereas on our new site, once you click arrangements and poses, it actually takes you to a new page, and the idea of this is that we'll potentially customize messages and present things relevant to just that category later on. And we bring the focus in a little bit. We switch from 4 columns to 3 columns just to make the make it look a bit nicer. And sort of pulling the customer in visually. So we'll look at the existing products. Yes, here we go. So pretty standard. There's a little bit of broken formatting here. You can add a message onto a single item, a gift message, but at the moment it forces you to do it for every single item. We spoke to the client and they said that they did want people to add a gift message to individual items, but also have the choice not to do that. And at the moment, there's no real choice to do that. Also, to choose an option here, it's a bit obscure, which price to choose. And yeah, it's a little bit clunky. I'll just put in some figures here just so we can move on. We'll add to cart. And then you get pushed to the cart, which is fine, but again, the text is really, really small. Another problem has been that for some suburbs, some postcodes, there's multiple prices. So because suburbs around the Geelong area are so huge, their courier has sort of given different rates within a postcode, which is really, really challenging because on their current site, if they type in that one suburb, they only get the one price, and that's actually the wrong price. Newtown 3220 is actually $18, but it's picking up the wrong price. It's picking up the lowest price. So they weren't able to resolve that, and that was something that took us quite a while to nail, but we got there in the end. I will proceed to check out just to give you a bit of a view on the next steps there. You can also see over here when you roll over this little cart icon, it's tiny text, and when you roll over it blanks out everything. And these buttons here, you can't even read them. I think there's a view cart and check out button there. So in our version, if we go to the same product, you'll see an immediate improvement in the layout. Again, consistent with this new style. Really clear to see where you choose your options. Again, we've got this the little cart. The little single product gallery there. When you choose an option, it will update that, and you can see now there's a toggle for gift message. So if I toggle that, it brings up a really nice message there, and numbers. Lisa, you're not getting flowers. Yet. So we'll add to cart, and that will push over to the new cart as well. And you'll see here that that's been added. It gives you a little view of the message, just so much clearer and easier to see. The coupon code is obvious, you can put that in there. You can continue shopping. So now this is where it got really tricky. So if we wanted to add Newtown this time, 3220, it's actually going to show all the options, one of which is pick up, so that's free. But you can see here now you're actually forced to choose the right suburb. So it's just solves that problem once and for all. Really cool. And also, I think in the old one, it was at this stage where you chose pick up or delivery. So there's some limitations with their current system. If you select a date, that's no problems. You can do that for pick up or delivery. But when you select the time, it says you please select location first. So it's not actually working for some reason. Same with delivery. So anyway, I can't even demo to show you, but if I... Oh, there we go. So delivery, you can see it's saying allow 2+ hours. It's 4 o'clock now, and it's giving me these options. So delivery just wants to be delivered next day or as soon as possible the next day. Whereas pickup, they wanted the ability to choose hourly time slots for pickup so they can sort of gang up jobs. But you can see there's problems. So anyway, so we've solved that in a nutshell. So you can choose order notes. So if there's something specifically you want to say, that's right there. The delivery date gets offset. So because deliveries are finished for the day, it's already pushing to the next day. And then for deliveries, they just have one time slot. Now, once I return to my cart, I forgot to show that before. This is the nicer cart icon that pops out. When you go back to the cart and you choose shop pickup, that's now going to switch into the pickup options. And you can now see that we can switch off the shipping address, and this changes to collection date. So now we can choose collection for tomorrow from the shop, and it's now loading in all the time slots available for tomorrow. So again, that was it took quite a bit of work to get that working. And when we're using a new, because one of the prime objectives was making it easy for people to go through the checkout, we're using this new checkout system for this client called Flux Checkout. And what it does is just really centralizes and steps people through the checkout process. So this is a game changer. This has made it a lot easier for the client. It's for customers and the client as well. So you get the summary of the delivery, and before, I think once you checked all that out, you got shoved over to PayPal. Oh, it's going to give me heaps of warnings. Whereas what we've done here is we're using PayPal checkout, and we've integrated PayPal within the site, so you can still use debit or credit card using the PayPal system, but it loads up in the page here. So just looking at the other pages, these are probably, the other pages on the old site are probably the best pages because they're just very clean and clear. There's no text getting in the way, so it's a lot easier to see what's going on. And we've just done things a little bit more custom to keep that design flowing through. So now in the gallery section it's switched to the pink, and you can see them lazy loading in, so it's nice and quick. So the original About Us page is actually not too bad, but there's not a real lot there. Whereas our new page it's got a little bit more going on, a bit more in-depth information, and we've actually included the frequently asked questions on this page. The Contact Us page before was very simple, but they had no wholesale application process. So the new contact page has the new application form which pops up, and people can step through and fill out their wholesale application, which is a nice new addition. So that's about it for that's just wrapping up this brief overview of this case study. The whole site was designed in XD by Ross Stanton, and we've done a pretty good job of converting it all over into this beautiful format. The client's really happy. Customers are going to love how easy it is to buy, and I think the client will too. So I hope you've enjoyed this little case study.